Hey there, my friends, and welcome to today's episode of Make Today Mammoth. I am your host, Dallas Hardcastle, and today we are going to talk about a hack of being able to create literally the physical space around you by learning how to create this 3D hologram that we're in right now, how to be able to take certain actions, certain steps, and create these thoughts so that this 3D hologram, everything you see around you begins changing and improving, and you can begin doing this stuff right now. Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, I'm your host, Dallas Hardcastle. If you are a first-time listener, I am so glad that you're here, and we appreciate you checking us out. I know you're going to get a lot of value from this podcast, or if you're watching us on the YouTubes. If you are a returning listener or viewer, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming back. And we hope that we are continue on our promise of giving you tremendous value. Friends, this is the gentleman's agreement, the handshake agreement, if you will. If you will do us one favor, because we are here, obviously trying to provide just a ton of value, a ton of help for free. We're trying to help as many people as possible. If you would take just seconds or maybe a minute to leave us that 5-star review, if you would maybe even, if you want to share this, or if you want to consider subscribing. Those are all things that help move us up in the algorithm, allows more people to know who we are and what we do. It allows all of us to be able to do better. And we are here to do one thing, friends. We're here investing these times and energies and candidly the money just to be able to provide you this free help, free content. And we want to be able to help as many people as possible. So if you would do that one tiny favor for us, gosh, that would be awesome. If you will message me on Instagram at The Dallas Hardcastle, Instagram, The Dallas Hardcastle. If you send me a message letting me know you do that, I will send and share you all the love in the world. I promise you. So with that, thank you. Let's get started. So this is a concept that I was introduced to maybe 7, 8 years ago. And I was speaking with this gentleman, and his name was Toby. And he was really, really good at kind of being on the spiritual side of things. This is not going to be a spiritual episode, so if that's not your thing, don't tune us out here. But I want to let you know a way that he had of viewing his reality. And when I began to adopt this, it blew me away at the difference it was. And this is what I'm talking about. When we are inside of any place, any space, any environment, wherever you are, this kind of leaks into this total accountability part. What we experience, who we are, what's in our bank accounts, what we're driving, what we're dressed like, where we go on vacations or don't go on vacations, where we work, where we hang out. Those are all products and results of the thoughts and the decisions and the actions we've taken. Do you agree with that? So if I'm in an environment that I don't like, that means before that, there were a series of decisions, thoughts, and results that I've received that led me to being there. Now, for some people, this may be frustrating. It's like, I don't want to be here. I get that. Believe me, I've been in situations where I didn't want to be there either. I've been in situations where I'm like, why am I years ago, why am I in this apartment? Or why am I in this crappy office? Or why am I in this crappy hotel? Why am I driving this crappy car, right? I promise you, I've been there. I was not born into money. Money was just not handed to me easily. It's been a lot of years, 26, 27 years in the game of working hard and making tons of mistakes. As I say often in these episodes, I'm not here speaking with you because I have all the answers. I absolutely do not have all the answers, but I have made tens of thousands of mistakes. And I have learned many lessons along the way. And because of that, I've been able to advance and grow myself, my businesses, my employees, my friends, my networks, on and on and on, where I travel, how I travel, because of all of the mistakes I was willing to make to get myself to the other side. With that, when we are inside this space, it is because of a series of decisions and actions and results we've either decided to take or we've decided not to take. So how does this translate? We can begin to put ourselves into these different places by realizing that all I need to do is begin thinking of where do I want to be? because we literally create. And when I say this, I'm not trying to be woo-woo on you here, but when you're at that 5-star resort, that's not by accident, right? Like anyone who's been to the 5-star resort, you didn't just wake up in the morning and accidentally you were there, right? There was a series of steps, very intentional things that have occurred along the way. Where you want to stay, what type, what quality, the stay, how are you going to get there? How are you going to pay for it? Where does that money come from? How do I make the money? How do I grow the money? How do I help my clients? How do I become a better steward? How do I become liked, respected, trusted? How do I create things that are useful? How do I help people? There's all of these things that come along the way that allow us to then wake up in that really cool 3D hologram, which is this amazing resort on the water, or this amazing cabin or lodge in the mountains, or on an island, or on a boat, whatever that is. We get to create this. And this is what I want you to please take away from today's episode. We all go through tough times, right? All of us go through tough times. I have been through at least my share of tough times, I think, maybe sometimes more. But those are ones I created ultimately, right? I wasn't learning the lesson fast enough. So maybe I reproduced the same thing the second time, like, okay, this time I get it. But the point being is that you are able to create this 3D hologram. You are able to be inside, whether it's a home or a condo or an apartment, wherever you are right now. You have all the power. You have all the power to be able to create, what do I want this to look like? What do I want my home or my apartment or my condo to look like, to feel like? How clean do I want it to be? How spacious do I want it to be? How light do I want it to be? What are the colors? How organized are things? How clean? How decluttered? How amazing? What is this feeling that I'm going to have? You're just talking to someone here just a little bit ago before this episode, and it's the reason that we go on vacation. It's the hack for most of us because we get to quickly create a new 3D hologram. We get to quickly change our environment. So if we're in that apartment that we don't like, or that condo or that home, then maybe we like it, maybe we don't like it. But even if you like it, and then you can go to some place that you love, that's like a hack, right? We go on that vacation and we feel amazing. We're staying in this amazing hotel in this amazing location, and it feels and smells and looks amazing. Those also tend to be the places where we get really creative, where we get a lot of our ideas, where we start to get really smart, where we start to have those breakthroughs because we're in an environment that feeds us, that nurtures us, that helps us to thrive and grow. So friends, what I want you to learn to do is get really intentional with, what do you want your environment to look like? If you're driving a car that doesn't satisfy you, understand that there was a series of decisions and results and thoughts and actions that were taken that got you here. That may frustrate you. You may say, no, Dallas, you don't get it. This one partner screwed me. This one time, this one thing happened, and my parents did this, and my best friend did that, and my spouse did this. I get it. I get it. I've had those things too. But ultimately, those things have happened, and now they're no longer happening. So it becomes, now what? How can I now begin to make a different set of decisions and ideas and actions that create a new desirable 3D hologram, so that I am being nurtured, I'm being inspired, I'm being excited by this room I'm in, by my studio, by my great room, what these places look like, my decisions to where I go on vacation, my decisions to what my vehicles are, my decision on, hey, do I want to go ahead and rent that yacht for a day or two and get onto that? So I get to create my 3D hologram. I get to create it. You have the power to create it. It is not created for you unless we are in the habit of not deciding not to make decisions. And then yes, by all means, as you probably know all too well, yes, life, the universe, whatever you want to call it, other people are absolutely going to make these decisions for you and create it for you. So if you don't like where you are, if you want to change your 3D hologram, your friends, your business, your bank accounts, where you live, what you drive, where you vacation. You have all the power to change your 3D hologram. You have all of the power. Do you close your eyes and it happens tomorrow? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying some law of attraction, close my eyes, oh, I believe, and then I open my eyes and boo, hey, magic. I don't mean that. But what I do mean is when we imagine it and we get crystal clear on what we want our 3D hologram to look like, what you want that house to look like, the room to look like, the office to look like, the vacation to look like, the car to look like, the relationship to look like, the bank accounts to look like. When we get super intentional, we begin to actively do the things, make the decisions, have the thoughts, take the actions, get the results, hire the people that give us this new 3D hologram, this new environment, this new reality that we're seeking. You have all the control, my friend. I promise you, if you don't feel that way today, keep working towards reminding yourself that you have the power. You do, and then something will happen from doing. You think, and then you can do from those thoughts, from those ideas. You have the power. Please use it and realize that this power that you have is so much greater than you even understand. So you need to do a little bit of believing and doing and growing and imagining, and then become intentional on saying, I'm going to take possession of my power. I'm going to take possession of my future. I'm going to take possession of what I deserve, what is rightfully mine. I'm going to go out and I'm going to help people. I'm going to grow people. I'm going to create amazing products, amazing services. I'm going to change the world. I'm going to improve things. I'm going to improve my friends. I'm going to help my friends. I'm going to grow my friends. I'm going to treat people the right way. I'm going to give abundantly. And then everything around me is going to begin to change with it. Friends, do this. You have all the power. I believe in you, and I know you can do it. It has worked for me and literally hundreds of other people I know. You got this. You can do this too. Friends, thank you very much for tuning into this episode. My name again is Dallas Hardcastle. Take this, use it, be the person who implements it right away. As always, make today mammoth, my friends, and we will look forward to seeing you again very soon and on the next episode. Take care.